Okay, so something a little bit different, some raw, unedited, pure flexibility slash strength slash skill work. So I have a limited amount of time. So I have roughly 45 minutes, maybe slightly less, that I need to train for in between a class and my client online. And I need to squeeze in pancake work, side split flexibility, maybe some handstand pressing, and specifically working towards shoulder that I haven't done for a while, so I'm going to do some negatives, and then finishing some lower body squat work. Usually I do Cossacks, but I got myself brand new Sandbag, capacity 80 kilos, so I might just use that with the 40 kilo currently for some squats, maybe wider squats, just to play with it. I'm going to do a very quick warm-up because I'm already fairly warm from the classes. I'm just going to start with some arm swings. I will talk while I train. It's kind of nice also filming yourself right now. Maybe I share, maybe I don't. But it's a nice also incentive to have kind of motivation as well, and accountability to make your work good and not crap, in the absence of better words. Okay, a couple of these, arm swings forwards and backwards. Need to be mindful of my mic here, maybe doing opposite arms. So if this is something that you enjoy seeing, or you might kind of benefit from seeing a bit more, picking a few bits of wisdom, be free to let me know. I'm gonna prep the wrist as well. I'm doing everything much faster. If you want to ever do this, I have plenty of videos for warm-up. You can do it much slower. Time is of the essence. Nice, arms in front, rotating. Had a busy day of teaching this morning online, preparing my new basic strength online course that's going to be out soon. Yesterday I spent half of the day recording videos. It's going to be quite a nice one. So opening and closing your fingers, going sideways, up, front, side, up, front. Beautiful. Wider stance. Just going to do a couple of rotations here. Last week I did pancake session and I felt hamstrings were sore for a few days after. You would think after so many years of training certain skill, you get better obviously, but you're not gonna get DOMs as much. Wrong. Horse stance, squat, just to prep for the splits as well. Nice. A couple of leg swings, forwards, or should I say sideways, a bit better, more specific for the splits. Nice, other side. In general, I like to say to my clients, warm up in any way you find meaningful. Keep it as short as possible or as long as you need to, as long as it's specific to your session and as long as you still have some energy left for the session itself. I'm just gonna do some wrist prep on the floor for the handstands. Some first knuckle push-ups. Nice, and then some fin push-ups. Nice, and then hands flat, rotating first in one direction a few times. Other direction. Nice, mobilizing the spine. I might do this one with knees off the floor from Animal Flow days. I really like this one. Articulating the spine. I might do a couple of seconds of frog stretch. So going as wide as I can with my knees, keeping my tailbone in anterior tilt. Just testing the water, seeing how abduction of the hip is feeling today. Nice. Beautiful. Okay. So what are we doing first? Pancake. So I'm going to start with, let's say, 3 sets of pancake. I always like to use target because until I warm up, my pancake is horrible. So I'm going to use the target and the weight to give myself some kind of having, floor is quite slippery, so, and I like to have a bit more grip, especially when I do pancake. I find it's much better on a squishy floor or rather than squishy, let's say grippy floor. Much easier to pull yourself into position. So feet comfortably apart, heels digging into the floor, trying to make sure my pelvis is in anterior tilt and I'm here before I go down. It's gonna feel hard. I have a kettlebell 12 kilo. Sometimes I go with 8 kilo. And let's see, 6 to 8 reps. Oh. First few always feel disgusting. I'm not gonna lie. Nice and long spine. Okay, we're already touching the block, so that's good. I want to round my back as little as possible and focus more on finding the stretch in my adductors and my hamstrings. To be good also to breathe here normally, although sometimes that's easier said than done. Nice, last one. I'm going to pause. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Opa. Gonna superset that with handstand press to shoulder negative. Whew, let's see how it goes. Especially as relatively recently I had a meal, so it's gonna be super nice. Don't do that at home. Don't eat and train, okay? So let's see that compression in the shoulders. Whew. So compress, hands here, push. Keeps over shoulders, opa, come on, you got this, yes. Pausing, I'm not gonna go all the way up. Protract, compress, slowly lower down, yeah. Pause. Nice, whew. That was a good one. Short break. Although, I don't know, people maybe on social media like to portray things differently. I don't know, from session to session, there's no rule. Sometimes my first sets feel disgusting, like today. Sometimes they'll feel nice. Sometimes with skill work, every consecutive set might feel a bit better. Quite often, for example, if I'm doing handstand push-ups, that's the case. So, yeah. Okay, short break. Hips are feeling okay. I think we're gonna go back to pancake, round number 2. I'm still gonna use block here as I'm feeling it's still, I don't still have it chest to wall, chest to the floor cold, but I can already see just sitting in this position is a little bit easier, although inner thigh, hamstrings do feel a little bit tender. Okay, come on Dan, you got this. Head weight here on the upper back just because it really helps with the alignment and having a target to reach with your belly. Heel digging, pulling myself into position. Let's go. Nice, that's already feeling a bit lighter, a bit better. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do one more with the pause. Nice. Sweet. like this. Not too bad. Already felt better. And in theory, I would go with every consecutive set, I would reduce the height. So for example, next set, I might, I don't know, put a pillow or something that I can squeeze, that it's a bit softer, a bit less, half of the height of this, and then eventually going to the floor. Let's go into our press. Let's go from this angle. Compression should feel a bit better now. Much better. Hips over shoulders. And then protract like your life depends on it. Slowly in the shoulder, pausing for a few moments, coming down. Whew. Nice. It's not my main goal right now, shoulder press, which is a press that you start from where I finish and then going up. But it's good. Every time I don't do it for a while and then I go back to just doing a few negatives, it just comes back very quickly. So this is why it's good to quite often we'll work on the skill deload or maintenance with the negatives. It really helps. Really helps. I'm not gonna lie. Some skills less than others, but with shoulder, for sure. And this is how I locked my press. Different people, different ways of learning and attaining skill. But for me, doing chest to wall negatives, just lowering down from straddle, it really made a huge world of difference, strengthening the shoulders, understanding the rolling of the back, hip compression. It was really helpful. Okay. I don't know, one more round of pancake or maybe two. It's feeling a bit better, so I kind of want to push a little bit more. So let's go one more round with the pillow and the weight, and then I'm going to try without weight and without anything. We'll see how it goes. Whew. Let's go, dude. You got this. Weight is here. My wife is working today in the office, so I can be myself, I can shout, I can talk. I love you, wife. Let's go. Position the pelvis, nice and long spine. Yes. Really helps to have something you can press into with your torso. Nice. If you hear weird sounds on the microphone, apologies. Nice, let's do one more. Nice. So much better than the first round. It's amazing how much better it felt. Opa. Now it's going to press. Compression. So much better. Pancake work and press to handstand work, or handstand work in general, go together so nicely. Like I don't know, peanut butter and jelly. I eat peanut butter, but not really jelly. I'm talking nonsense. They go together very nicely. I think I'm gonna do one more round. Yeah, still have time. So yeah, 4 to 5 rounds. Listening to your body. Listening to your body is important, and then gradually accessing the range. And again, despite many coaches, I believe, especially the older I'm getting, and the more I need to think about recovery and so on and certain limitations, it's really gonna vary from session to session. Quite often, the majority of the time, sessions are gonna be like, Rarely they're gonna be like, oh my God, stars aligned, Mercury's out of retrograde, I'm smashing my skills, I'm unlocking new reps. Quite often it's gonna be meh, and sometimes it's gonna be, relatively often it's also gonna be shit. Why? Is it sleep? Is it stress? Is it work? Some other things? Who knows? Progress is very linear, but this is, despite of that, the gist of it is we still show up. You still want to be consistent, because despite of shitty days, I still love doing this. I still love the practice and even feeling of progress throughout the years. So this type of work takes ages. It's a slow burn. It's not for people that like quick fixes, as you probably know. Okay, a last round of pancake. Let's see how close can I be to the floor. Can I go with my chest to the floor, or kind of mid belly without the weights? And let's go. Close. Nice, better. Nice, last one. Oh. Ooh la la, juicy. That was sweet. Oh. Oh. It's one of those things, it feels disgusting when you do it, but while you're doing it, but then afterwards it feels okay, I guess. It's amazing to have that range. Okay, hips as much as possible over shoulders, which is the goal of this compression. It makes my job easier for the shoulders. I don't need to travel as far forwards. So compress, elevate, come on. So much better. Nice. Okay. I'm gonna do one more rep because I know I have it. And then I'm gonna move on to splits work. Nice. Okay. Nice one. I'm gonna have a glass of water. Since I moved to UK, 2015, London, picked up some words, some slang. Water being one of them. I blame my wife. Okay, so I'm gonna go. So we did handstand work. We did pancake. Now I'm gonna start with the kneeling side reach. I usually use standing, but sometimes I like to alternate depending on how I feel, just to work the butt, to work on active flexibility, working against the gravity. So I'm gonna do, let's say roughly 6 to 8 reps one side, 6 to 8 reps other side, and then I'm gonna go in the actual side splits, which is my nemesis, and you'll see it's not my strong strong side. So lifting the right leg, I'm gonna facilitate as much range as possible, and let's go. 1, extend, 2, feeling the contraction in the butt, externally rotating the leg, looking where I'm reaching. Right side always feels so much nicer than the left one. Nice. Let's change. Cramp city incoming. Oof. Let's go. And the last one. Oh, ooh la la, juicy. Okay, so I'm gonna use blocks. First, always, I don't know, I'm doing this for sometimes 50, 60 seconds roughly. First 20-30 seconds, I like to stay upright and seeing how deep can I go without support. Keeping the anterior tilt, engaging the adductors, so kind of squeezing my legs inwards. And then when that becomes like, excruciating, then I try to go deeper, leaning forwards, almost like a pancake variation. Obviously, legs are on the side, but kind of folding forwards, but still lengthening the spine. So, again, repeating, this is not I'm making quite a lot of progress here. I'm working once per week for the last few months, but it's still nowhere near where I would like it to be, but hey. Okay, so sliding, but simultaneously producing the force. Pausing here. Sorry, difficult to breathe, let alone talk. Nice, I'm gonna go forwards now to facilitate a bit more range. But first set, I never like to push too much. 3, 2, 1. Here, really nice one. Contracting inwards for 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Then I relax. Exhale. I sink a bit deeper. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Going deeper. Last one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly exiting. Never graceful way of exiting from here. Oh my God. Oh, rest. Nice one. I'm doing well with time. Squeezed quite a bit already in the last call. How long is this? 15-20 minutes. And I think it's really important, and this is what I'm learning the older I'm getting. Programs are amazing, especially if you're new to training, especially if you need some structure. But the older I'm getting, I really, as it's my job as well, I really need to, despite of any program, I need to still adjust according to each day, according to my energy levels, in order to have the max effect. But quite often, there's that feeling of guilt when you train. I'm still occasionally struggling with that. Feeling of guilt, when you don't train on certain days, either if you're busy with work or because of this, because of illness, because of, I don't know, you just didn't manage. And then quite often, I'm sure you experienced that probably by yourself, but like you don't train for 2 to 3 days. You're like, I'm going to lose my gains, blah, blah, blah. And then suddenly you come back, you have like the best session in months. And every single time, it's a pattern. It does happen. The session is amazing. But for some stupid reason, you always forget that. So yeah, respecting the body, taking it easy when necessary, even if it's a few days in a row, even if it's a week, you're not gonna lose the gains. It doesn't work like that. It might take you a session or two to get back into the groove, but especially if you're working on skill for a long time, you're not gonna lose the skill. Okay, round 2 of side reach. Let's go. Hoppa. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's hold for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh. Butt is working like crazy. Let's do the other side. 1, 2, 3. Lifting as high as you can to the side. 4, 5, 6, 7. And let's pause. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my God. Disgusting. Okay. Splits. Let's try again. The active version. So it's kind of freaky when the floor is a bit slippery, and you really need to be mindful. Oh. Nice, and now let's go down. Also another way you can go deeper with lifting your toes up to create a bit more space in the hip. Difficult to talk in this position, sorry. Just focusing on the breath and the stretch. Oh, didn't do this session last week and I can feel it. And slowly exiting. Oh, forgive me for the sounds. Still a bit sniffly. I have a feeling in the last few weeks, so many people, at least so many of my friends, people that I know as well, and clients, are ill. It's that season. I'm still kind of managing, despite of that, to train. I think it's important, again, listening to your body. Can't remember where I was reading. Like if it's your chest level, if you're feeling, congestion, if you're coughing, rest. If it's just kind of your sinuses, your head, it's minor cold, give it a go with training and see how it goes. I guess everyone is different. But more often than not, moving, even if it's just a little bit, even if it's just half an hour, really helps. Easy session to begin with. If you feel like you want to push, you can push more. I have a feeling it's still kind of learning process of learning how to trust your body throughout your lifetime. You think, I guess when you're young, especially if you're training, when you're you think you're at your peak, you think you know everything, but then yeah. Nice. Let's do last. I think it's gonna be last round of reaches. So first side. So yeah, the point of this video, apart from me talking nonsense, is just for you to see, like you can squeeze a very decent flexibility and strength session in a very short amount of time. It doesn't need to be long, it doesn't need to be packed with content. 3-4 exercises, that's it. Last one. But social media people, some coaches like to way overcomplicate things. If your life is stressful, but you have a desire to train, minimize that stress as much as possible. Training is stress, it's a positive stress, but it's still stress. Make it as less hectic as possible and have as less load, mental load for planning and this and that. Keep it simple. KISS principle. Keep it simple, stupid. It's a really good one. Nice. I'm gonna pause. Oh, shake it off. So yeah, this is one of the days when I'm working on the lower body, especially now either with the weighted Cossacks. Sometimes I have like 2 kettlebells of 40 kilos if I'm in the gym. I'm not used to still, I'm still getting used to picking up this in a nonlinear way, the sandbag. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do Cossacks here, but it's a really nice one. You can really go quite deep with keeping your torso upright, targeting deep stretch in the hips, even with the normal squat. So we're going to work on that. Okay, last one of splits. I'm gonna go straight away into the passive one. Well, not really passive one. Muscles are still working, but I'm working with the gravity here. I'm just gonna focus. It's very easy to overdo this one, so you really want to be mindful. Already feels better than the first round. That's the improvement. And I'm gonna slowly exit. Oh, that was a nice one. I'm happy with this. Last week I did a little bit of pancake. I didn't manage to do splits because of time. And it felt horrible. This week is already every consecutive round of pancake and every consecutive round of splits. It felt slightly less disgusting. I like using that word. Kind of disgusting, but great. I'm gonna have a glass of water. And coming to our last part, which is gonna be a strength. So now we were working on the flexibility and range, some handstands. I'm just gonna work on the squats. How are we gonna do this? Let's see, maybe 5-6 reps, rest, 5-6 reps, rest, 3 to 4 rounds. See how it goes. Might need to change the position of the mic as I'm gonna hold the sandbag. I'm gonna put it on the outside here. So hopefully you can still hear me. Let's double check. Yeah, should be good. Nice. Okay. Literally got it a few weeks ago, and then just a week ago I managed to finally buy some sand for it. Playground sand. Okay, let's do this. So nice because it's very awkward. It keeps shifting, especially if it's not completely full bag. The weight shifts non-stop. It's kind of need to be mindful of the grip. It's a nice one. Short break. Have a client in slash just over 20 minutes. Still gives me time to finish. Shake off. And then teaching handstands in the evening as well. London, Dalston, near Dalston, Kingsland, if you're there. Or if you're not, I have some handstand material in plan for program. Maybe YouTube videos as well. Okay, let's go again. The first one kind of felt awkward. I tried to go a bit wider with my feet, but in the end my feet was, I think they kind of stayed in the same position, but my knees are too wide, so let's see how it goes now. So, getting this thing a bit higher, there we go. It's amazing how even just minor cold can mess up with your energy level and the level of your strength. Okay, I'm gonna do 2 more rounds. Point of the session: something is better than nothing. Keep it short, keep it simple, especially if you struggle with time management. And I know many people are. If you have families, if you have business, people you care towards. But also working on capacity for yourself to stay healthy so you can help people that you love long term. I think that's a really good motivation as well. How can I care and help people that I love unless I can care about myself? Wow, that sounds so deep. Okay, let's go again. Okay, the higher I grab, it seems like it's much nicer. Last one. Okay, rest and then one more. And then on Saturdays, or some other days, when I train, I like to, usually it's when I climb, when I do some bouldering. After the session, I like to do like 4 or 5 sets of heavy deadlifts. Feels quite comfortable. Working on 5 rep range, classic barbell stuff. Trying to get to 150. And I did 130 for reps. I'm 70 kilo heavy. I don't know how much in pounds, but yeah, it feels doable, but I don't want to like rush it. I didn't train barbell for a while, so it feels nice. It feels nice to see the carryover from all the bodyweight training, how amazing the carryover is to the actual barbell stuff. And I have a feeling, maybe it's just a subjectively biased view, but I have a feeling it's not always necessarily the other way around. Okay, let's do the last one. Let's have a nice push for 10 reps, and that's gonna be it. End of this torture. Just being silly, it's not a torture. Oh. Let's go. And one more. Oh, nice. That was it. Happy with this. So, still working. Well, hope this was at least enjoyable for you. If it wasn't for me, it was good. Always like to be drama queen. Yeah. I think I covered everything in the video that I wanted. And again, if this is something that you kind of find some value in, maybe if you feel entertained. But I think it's really nice to see, when you watch YouTube videos, quite often they're edited, everything is slick, cool. Skills are done perfectly. I think having some realism is very good to kind of show you it's not always like roses and what's the saying, I know. So yeah, thank you so much. I'm gonna stop there. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, share, and please free to comment. I would very much like to know more of you as the channel is growing. So yeah, thank you so much. Take care. See you soon.